Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Cooper, and welcome to SIS Film Breakdowns. The first player we're going to take a look at in this new Sports Info Solutions video series is LSU quarterback Joe Burrow. Burrow took the country by storm in 2019, breaking multiple records and leading the Tigers to a national championship. At the Combine, he measured in at 6'0", 221 pounds, but the big thing everyone took away from his time in Indianapolis was his hand size, which measured in at 9 inches. If you listened to the Off the Charts podcast a couple of weeks ago for our Combine preview, you'd know that I'm not a big proponent of hand size unless it's a huge anomaly, and in this case for Burrow, it's not. In getting into the film, the first play we're going to take a look at is this play against Alabama. The situation is its early second quarter, with LSU winning 10-7 and is 3rd and 3 at the plus 29 yard line. As Edwards-Helaire goes in motion, we'll see the Alabama defense shifting over to account for him. In the middle of this, they check their defense and end up blowing the coverage. As Terrace Marshall runs a deep drag route, and he runs open. Nobody runs with him. Burrow sees him for an easy touchdown here. Sure, Burrow doesn't have to do much. He just finds the wide open Marshall for an easy 29-yard touchdown. But what I do want to take a look at here is his eye discipline and his footwork. If you watch a lot of Joe Burrow film, you'll actually notice he does a lot of half-field reads and he'll fixate on his receiver a little bit too often. But on this play, he rolls through his progression, starts looking at Thaddeus Moss on the deep curl to the left, sees Ja'Marr Chase dragging across from right to left, and then sees Marshall heading out to the right on the deep drag. Notice here, not only does he go through his progression, but you can see that his hips are pointed to the left. He opens back up once he sees Marshall, resets his base back to the right, and delivers a good ball. A lot of young quarterbacks are likely to see this and try to get the ball out as quick as possible without resetting their feet. And if you watch a lot of Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State, one of the most notable things was his inability to reset his base before making a good throw. As we see here, Burrow does a great job turning his shoulders, resetting his base to make an accurate throw back across the grain for an easy touchdown to Marshall. As you can see in this graphic, Burrow ranked 5th in the country in independent quarterback rating on passes traveling less than 15 yards downfield with a 125.8. The next play I want to take a look at is one from the Texas game early in the season. It's 1st and 10 with the ball at the plus 21 yard line. They're in a hurry up 2-minute offense in the last minute of the first half, leading 13-7. We can see that the middle of the field is closed here with this deep safety as Brandon Jones walks down to blitz. And then we can see that we have man coverage across the board. Burrow does a great job with his eyes, focusing on the one high safety to keep him in the middle of the field. Looks to the left, sees Justin Jefferson even with the defender, and then throws a perfect ball up and over the corner. That's the type of throw that you're going to see on Sundays for sure. On the tight view, you can see here Jones is creeping down. Here at the snap, he's coming down. Burrow looking at the middle of the field at the safety, keeps him in the middle of the field, and throws a great ball to Justin Jefferson on the outside, away from the corner and away from the safety here. As you can see in this graphic, Burrow was able to hit that 20-plus yard throw outside the hashes over 75% of the time. And another interesting thing that you can see from this chart is how much better he was at throwing to his backside to the left rather than to the right. The final play that I want to take a look at and go through is another play from the Alabama game. This time, there's 11 seconds left in the half. This is an interesting route concept here, drawn up by Joe Brady. What we're going to get is Ja'Marr Chase running a skinny post, and he's actually going to occupy Patrick Surtain Jr. and Jared Maiden deep. And then you're going to have a flat route coming out here by Thaddeus Moss, and he'll take up Xavier McKinney, which leaves a wide open Clyde Edwards-Helaire running a corner route out of the backfield. So as we watch this go through, you can see Surtain and Maiden go deep with Chase. McKinney runs with Moss, and it leaves Edwards-Helaire wide open in the front corner of the end zone for a touchdown. Here on the tight copy, we can see that Alabama's actually going to run a stunt. Jennings is going to come in here. Barmore is going to come up and loop around, and Burrow's going to have pressure in his face. Does a great job looking down, sees that Barmore's coming, looks right down the gun barrel, takes a shot right as soon as he lets go of the ball, and ends up getting another score right before the half. Burrow is a very poised player, doesn't let the pressure around him affect the way he plays or his fundamentals, which is going to be huge whenever he transitions to Sunday. As we wind down our breakdown on potential number 1 pick Joe Burrow, we can see the strengths and weaknesses laid out here in the SIS Football Rookie Handbook, some of which we've talked about during this breakdown. It's pretty rare to find someone who's vaulted himself higher to the number 1 pick than Burrow did in 2018 to 2019, but that's what we have here this season. Make sure to go get the SIS Football Rookie Handbook or register for a free trial on the SIS DataHub to see all of these stats and more for every player, and also tune in to the Off the Charts podcast each week. Thanks for watching SIS Film Breakdowns.